Alright, so just got done seeing Deadpool and Wolverine, and it was bad. It was not good. Especially the first half was god awful. First things first, sometimes there might be a movie that I could almost watch again because of some good stuff that happens in it, or maybe the music is really good and there's something there, but the music is all over the place. It's not a soundtrack that I would ever want to listen to, because there's a couple of good songs in it, but then there's also some songs that are just feel totally out of place, and they don't feel like they belong together whatsoever. So that barely helped. Only in a couple scenes was the music making it fun to watch. There's characters that I don't know if throughout the entire movie I'm wondering, are these good? Are they anti-heroes? Are they bad characters? Or by the end, are they going to redeem themselves? It was very wishy-washy with the way that it presented some of these characters. And as far as the plot goes, I still don't quite truly understand. It feels like it's an overcomplicated, simple plot. It's like I understand the plot, but they spend so long talking about it and jibber-jabbering back and forth that I'm thinking there should be more to this plot. It feels like there is, but no, there really isn't. That was strange. There is so many moments of lines of dialogue that just either come from out of nowhere or go nowhere. Exchanges that just happen for no reason other than just here's some words strung together that sound oddly funny or weird. Jokes. There's no setup to any of the dialogue jokes. There's funny lines, but I'm not laughing because they're not paying off really hardly anything. There are moments where there's funny lines that pay off if you know the history of the movies or something like that. But there's just randomness all over the place. And maybe that's part of the reason why I didn't like the first two as well. But just barely any of the comedy is smart. And usually if there's anything smart about the comedy, it's in a scene where it just doesn't feel like it's realistic at all. There are some good moments. At one point I was thinking, what would make this a good movie? Nothing, unless the movie was edited down to like 15 minutes or something like that. Which I think you could take some of the Wolverine scenes and have mostly his highlight reel with a couple of extra things here and there, but like stuff I will not say, because there is some genuine moments that excited me, actually. I mean, it wasn't totally bad. There was some moments I was like, oh, all right. Then there were some moments that it was like a touch shocking that they said it. So there's some fun moments like that. There's some good action scenes, although some of the action scenes have music over it that is just like, God, even if I tried to rewatch parts of this movie, if it was on in the background and I wanted to catch a couple minutes here and there while I was doing something else, it's like, I would not even want to watch this action scene, even though there's some good stuff in it. The music's ruining it. So yeah, that happens a couple times. There are some stupid parts in it. Lots of times in the third act, there's so many things that's piling up on one another. It's like, oh, that made no sense after all, or they couldn't come back around and make this seem better than, everything that came before it. So I was patiently waiting for some payoffs in the end. Talk about the ending. The movie had no sense of direction, so it was hard to gauge what the ending was even going to be. I mean, you know what the ending is going to be. It's obvious. It's totally obvious what the ending is going to be. But getting there is a pain. You know where you are in the movie because throughout the entire movie, it spells out where we are and what we're introducing and, what act we're in and at what point in the script are we doing this. So, so you know where you are in the movie, but as far as the ending, it's like, it feels like this is a build up to an end. No, we got another 20 minutes to go. It's like, I don't know. It was just poorly written. There was some good stuff. Like I said, if I had to have this on in the background, there would be so many things that I just wouldn't care about. There would only be a couple moments where it would be pointless. I wish I could not like this, but like it enough to rewatch some good parts. But I'd rather just edit it down to a 15-minute little mini movie and watch that and be done with it. I could have a lot more to say, a lot more detailed good things to say, but most of the good things I would consider to be spoilers like heavy, deep spoilers, if I talked about them hardly at all. But if I'm leaning on the negative stuff, it's because it's a bad movie. It's too bad. I don't know. Hugh Jackman was great. If you're with an audience and if the majority of the audience seems like they're having a good time, it's okay enough to not want to give up on. But one part I did really like, but it wasn't anything because of how good the story or the script was. It was something else. But I do not recommend it otherwise. I think there's a lot of things wrong with it, and it will be on the biggest letdown of the year list, that's for sure. So until the next one, hopefully it's better, and I'll catch you later.